mom, again, was working here at Peckham at the time, and she got me introduced to the program manager for the AmeriCorps program that was here. So he and I got talking. Surprisingly enough, that economics major worked out for me, even though I never really had any plans to do anything for it, since AmeriCorps had a financial literacy part to it. Everything went well with the interview, and I started off with AmeriCorps, and that's how I got introduced to Peckham. I didn't really have much of a plan after leaving AmeriCorps, so when I was finished with my first year, I got super lucky with the fact that the VSS department here at Riverside had an opening. And so I was able to apply, and within an hour, because my site supervisor was also the head of the VSS office, within an hour, I was pretty much given the position. My official title right now is Vocational Services Program Aide. It's pretty much a combination between a VSS and an admin person for the office. The VSS team is responsible for running the orientations for these contracts, and so they really needed a dedicated person to handle these orientations to help save up some of the time and effort that the rest of the VSS team has to dedicate, because all of the VSS has so many responsibilities, so many team members to take care of, and so it was pulling them away from some of the other duties that they needed to handle. From what I'm told, the reasons that I was nominated for Accessibility Champion is because of all the effort that I've put, not only towards everything as far as orientation goes, but also for my extra effort that I put in towards assisting certain team members, especially with certain impairments, such as visual impairments, and a bunch of other things that are not really part of my job requirement, or not technically job stuff, but mostly just extra effort that I go through to assist team members around here. One of the team members around here, who is now a TSR or supervisor, I forget which, he loves to tell the story about how we were almost here until midnight one time. This was back when I was still in AmeriCorps. He wanted to apply for the training support rep position, and he was super nervous about it at the time. And so the deadline for applying was Monday. This was a Friday that him and I were together. So he wanted to get his resume up to shape. And that was part of the AmeriCorps duties, was assisting team members with resumes. So we spent quite a long time just kind of working at it. By the time we were finished, we had spent about maybe an hour and a half on it. And he also decided that he wanted to apply for the position right as we were there and finished, just to get everything out of the way for Monday. Just another fun story to tell around here. I've got a couple others. One of our team members around here is a JAWS user, and she is very involved with a lot of various meetings, various duties, some very unique stuff, traveling for certain events and being in meetings with the CEO, Joe Sinha, and some of the C-team staff with very important issues and things like that. Very awesome stuff for her. Couldn't have picked a better person to do that stuff. As far as her visual impairment, she needs assistance with getting some technology set up so that she has those opportunities to join these virtual meetings. It's a lot of assisting her with helping set up, and because of my background in just video editing and all-around knowledge of technology, it helped with any sort of issues that we ran into. So I think one time we went to use a computer that was supposed to have JAWS on it, and I think because of some sort of system update, the JAWS program got removed. So I had to think quickly on my feet of like, oh, well, how do we get her into this meeting as fast as possible? Would it be quicker just to have the IT team come up here and install it, or just kind of look around and see what computers are available at the moment? So I kind of did a little bit of both, and we pretty much just went to a different room, one that had a dedicated JAWS program to it, because I think I had tested it like a couple weeks before, and I knew like, okay, that one definitely has it on it. So we just made a quick move, and we were still able to get her into the meeting on time. She had a script that was saved into her email, so I was able to just quickly help her get to the email and find what it was that she needed. Accessibility makes me think of just giving those certain individuals those opportunities to do things that everyone else can do. That's why I get some strong feelings about my involvement with accessibility, is because I'm able to help provide those opportunities to those who are not given a fair shot at them. And so that's why I really appreciate accessibility. The biggest thing that I can think of when it comes to assisting others and providing that accessibility to them is just giving the effort. That's pretty much the number one thing that I would say, is that if you show that you're giving effort to those who need it, they will appreciate you for it. You know, there is a feeling that comes with being recognized for this sort of stuff. It kind of makes me take a step back and think like, I guess everything I do really has an impact on people. So if it wasn't for Peckham, I think there'd be a huge demographic that would still feel left out to this day. A lot of individuals with disabilities would be missing out on these opportunities, and that's why I am really grateful Peckham exists.